Support Pro Play Games on Patreon.
It is Justin. He is currently 1 win, 1 draw. And then against Battle, the Blueflare demon himself, he is 1-1. He got the bye. Which is honestly, like, he got a bye last round, but honestly, that's better than actually beating an opponent. Because if the opponent you beat ends up dropping, that negs you in the tiebreakers. And you don't want negs in tiebreakers. You want to be the best of the tiebreakers. So yeah, this matchup is going to be very, very interesting because ideally Ragnar tends to have 1, maybe 2 stacks. And Carlos he told me he has whiffed this this matchup before. So yeah. Okay. So what decks have been seen at top tables tonight? Been letting Twitch play in the background, so I do some. Okay, yeah. When it comes to like the top tables, I haven't been paying too much close attention to that because honestly, I've just wanted to stream fun games. This should be like table 5 or something. I don't know. It's kind of like in the middle of the tables. But the top tables are probably gonna be not Bloomlord. Bloomlord's not on top. It's gonna be Melga and Wargrey X. So those are in the top 2 tables. Melga right now is going against Bloomlord, and I believe Bloomlord got the down pair. And then Camilo, I don't know who Camilo's going up against. Camilo's doing the Wargrey X. So yeah. When it comes to this matchup, though, Blueflare against Ragnar, how do you guys think that this matchup is going to go? My prediction is that Ragnar is just going to high roll the hell out of Battle and just sack the hell out of him. And then Battle here is just going to come into this room and complain how he sucks. That's how I predict. Like, that's what I predict is going to happen. No, Ragnar's going to go burr, bro. Ragnar is going to go burr. Oh, and it's funny because Justin here has gone undefeated at a PPG local tournament. Like, literally, I think it was like a month ago. And he just literally high rolled his way to first place. And it was the most glorious thing I've ever seen. I forgot what I was playing that day, but all I know is I was able to dodge him, and I did not face him at all. I remember seeing him going to the top tables against the metal player. I forgot who it was. But then literally the meta player reports him as the winner. And like, yeah, he just won it. He won it, and I that was really, really like. Have you guys seen the movie Rudy? Like at the end, where it's like the true underdog wins. Yeah, that's exactly how it felt like. It felt so amazing. Oh no, Ragnar is definitely up. It's definitely something. Is he playing all Mons, no options in Ragnar? I don't know. I think I'll ask him after this match, but I don't think he's playing any. I think he's playing like 1 or 2 options. That's about it, though. Okay, so now I see on not Andres, Justin made kind of a critical error in having 2 bodies on board. That they're now just going to be frozen. Yep, and now Carlos is going to have a good time just playing freeze tag. Because that's what Bloomy does. Oh, okay, so Andres already knows what he does. Yeah, low tamer, low options. Okay. So yeah, Justin... I don't know. I wonder if Justin knows how to play this matchup. But yeah, Carlos is off to a really, really good start. He already has the 2 tamers. He has the memory fixer. He has the Sword of Joe that gives him 1 billion memory. Honestly, I have a good feeling about Carlos in this first match. But let's see. Let's see what Justin does here. He's going to swing. Is he swinging at security or is he swinging over the guy? Okay, that on play. Interesting, because now he's just going to be stacking the other guys and doing the ting. Ooh, maybe. Oh, okay. Okay. And wait, he's not done yet. He's doing things. Is that level 5 or level 6 already? Alright, now Carlos needs to, like... Okay, he needs to Digicross and then have, I think, 3 or 4 swords. Yeah, Carlos is not going to have a good time now, because now he can't freeze all those bodies. And now, next turn, he's probably just going to do the fusion dance. No, he's doing it right now! Oh my god, yes, definitely him. Oh, oh. Oh my god, he's doing it! He's doing the thing! Let's go! Okay, he kills that. Wait, does he also get to kill... No. Does Ragnar only kill Digimon, or can he kill Tamers too? Oh no, Eddie, I'll let him know you say that, but I just can't say it right now because he's in the middle of a match. So he trashes the top 2, he blitzes, and then restands, of course. Okay. Oh no, but the way it's supposed to order is that he blitzes first, he does the effect, and then he restands off that, and the attack still goes through. Okay, so just Digi for now. Interesting. Okay. Dude, he's not going to be able to freeze Ragnar at all. Oh my god. Yeah, this... I can't believe it. No, and mind you, I didn't put Carlos on stream for this. He told me that I don't get a choice and that he's going on stream for this. Amazing. Actually, you know, I'm going to tell Carlos right now. Hey, Carlos. Emotional damage. No, you absolutely are. Bro, the chat is eating it up right now.
Oh, that's crazy.
You want it? Or...
Oh, you might.
I mean, if you want to come in, yeah. Alright, guys, I am joined by the Yeehaw Yadam himself.
Oh,
now
shit.
a OP king.
Oh my goodness, how's it going, guys? How's it going, gamers? It's been a bit. It's been a bit.
Dude, I love this because, okay, I didn't choose this match to get streamed. Carlos has just forced me, like, you're watching my game. I'm like, alright, cool. And it's funny because he actually thought he was going to have a good matchup against here, but then literally Justin just high rolled. He had 2 digis on board. It looked bad position for him. Mm-hmm. He raised. Do you know how Ragnar plays, right?
Sort of, kind of.
Okay, do you know how Beelzemon feels very high rolly because mill effects?
Yeah, this one's off the top, and if you get the right top, you can, like...
Let's just say he didn't high roll it. He actually played it like he just had everything in his hand.
Oh, God.
And he just did everything.
Last time I played Digimon, I did play him in tournament. I was playing Wereguru, which is, like, not a great example of my knowledge, but I was able to take the win. But Ragnar seemed really cool. Also, what's going on, Chris? How's it going? I am not great for commentating this because, good God, I do not know what the hell is going on.
Okay, so just know...
Hey, what's up, Eddie?
He did kind of like a Voltron Force kind of thing where he did the fusion dance and he got, like, a few of the bodies that were stunned and he fused them into Ragnar. And Ragnar, for every 4... digis in his sources. He
like
pops.
the Mastamon thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that. The DNA Digivolve or whatever.
Yeah,
and they scooped it up.
And they scooped...
Was that game 1, too?
That was game 1.
Okay. All right. I came in at, like, the time where they basically looked at each other and were like, yeah, scoop.
Yeah.
So, okay, this
pretty
fine,
much.
Let's
pretty much.
see if I can figure out what the heck happened in game 2. You're just rusty. You're preparing for Nats.
Tonight, no one is playing Cross Hearts. I pretty much made sure of that because I was promoting that I was streaming it, streaming Digis tonight. So, like, I didn't want anybody to play, like Cross. I wanted people to play interesting decks. I don't want anybody to play, like, 2 meta decks. There's only a few meta decks out there, but for the most part, everybody did what I wanted. Everyone's playing something different.
Okay. I mean, I think it's also fun to watch meta, as much as that sounds really...
The only meta I see out there is Melga, Bloom, and Grandis.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
Everything else, it's... I guess Wargrey X is kind of meta, but at the same time, like, it's Camilo, and I always have fun watching Camilo.
Camilla, I mean, that deck is really, really good. I think X Cross Heart is an interesting deck after the hits, but at the end of the day, it's a disguise for, like, this weirdly overvalued aggro deck. And Chris, I do feel rusty, but I will say I haven't started prepping for Nats yet. I'm just waiting for Camilo and these people to just be like, hey, Yadam, this is the best deck. Play this.
That's right, because you're still going to Nats, even though
I've been playing One Piece, yeah. I don't think that... I just have to refresh a little bit. I think I just got to do a little refresher, and worst comes to worst, I get to have a nice time National should be a cool adventure anyways. Los Angeles is a cool city.
Oh, definitely, dude.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, you are a really, really good player. So, like, honestly, they're just gonna hand you a deck and tell you to do crimes. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I hope like we figured out the meta, play this deck, and I'm like, okay, I'll play that, and then hopefully it just carries me.
okay, so Andres' green hybrids list is actually like really, really good, and I like playing against it because I usually play purple, and the most annoying thing is when you're playing against a deck that absolutely counters you. But then it's actually really fun when your decks do so different things that you guys don't quite interrupt each other. You guys just do your things, and you both get to play. That's usually how it is with me and Andres. Like every time we play against each other, it always feels like a good match.
So I'm seeing, oh boy, that's the
okay.
boost, right? For Blueflare?
For Blueflare, yeah.
Right, so this would play the Tamer off the top, and it would also add a Blueflare card.
2 Blueflare cards.
All right, fantastic.
And then you get the Rainy Day Fund for later.
Okay, that's not bad. So he has double. I mean, that's probably one of the better starts for the deck. That's the only unfortunate thing I found about Ragna. It looks like Ragna gave him a ton of memory. I think that card he played is a 5-drop.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Good. Honestly, though, that's okay for Ragna because it's still too soon for Blueflare to... Actually, Blueflare doesn't even have his Tamer. He played 2 Blueflare...
yeah, he looked at 10 cards, right?
He looked at the top... I think it's actually 6.
Looked at the top 12 and didn't see one? That's so unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
But that's such is life.
Dude, oh my god. This is the content I want. Like, I just want to see Ragna just get all this stuff.
Yeah, it is 6 checks. Oof.
Because, yeah, when you DNA, for every 4 cards in your sources, trust the top card of your opponent's security and pop a Digimon. With a cost of 20 or less.
With a cost of 20 or less. Yes.
Sorry, when you DNA, you could pop a Death X.
Yes, a 20 or less. And then we're going to play Howling. Okay, Howling seems pretty good in this matchup.
Oh, no, definitely. Because as long as you strip all his sources... like
which is hard, usually, right?
Oh,
Towards the later stages of the game. So Howling right now seems really, really solid.
Well... as long as he can, because he has other cards to help strip sources, like Sorai. I think Sorai, when you play it, it strips, I think, all the sources off one Digimon, and then no Digimon with no sources can attack.
What's the cost of that card to
It's
play?
like 5 cost.
A 5 cost? That sounds pretty good.
It's actually a broken card, especially if you hit insecurity.
Yeah, that seems insane.
You don't activate an effect, but just no Digimon with sources can attack.
It's like what was that card? It was not Blizzard, Avalanche something.
Very similar to that, yeah.
It was similar to that card.
Okay, so they're correcting me. It strips 4 sources.
I mean, 4 sources is a lot. I'm pretty sure that's what. That's not a 6. That's a 5.
That's a 5. But still, in
that guy also seems like a very fantastic card. That rookie, just to make a note, that rookie, although is it going to get its effect? I really hope for Carlos' sake it does so good. So I'm pretty sure that guy does something as well. I love this commentary. It's just yeah, that probably does something. No?
It does.
Oh yeah, look at these effects. Oh, he's just gaining memory. Oh well, he popped the boost.
So I could be mistaken here, but oftentimes when I play against Blueflare,
so he's gonna Digicross with into the metal gray and then go into that, which I'm pretty sure this one stuns and has armor purge or something like that.
Yes. So I believe this one is gonna stun 3 of his Digimon, which he just stuns 3 of them, as long as they have less sources than him.
Yeah, and he has 4. He's going 2 checks, and it restands.
It restands when he has 2 or more.
Oh, and then because of the metal gray, it's gonna freeze that as well.
Exactly.
Oh my god, that's so disgusting. What the hell?
So usually the game plan against Blueflare is to either have one big stack with a bunch of sources, so he doesn't proc a lot of those effects, because a lot of those effects are if you have less sources than him, and if you have 2 or more Digimon.
Oh well, doesn't he just win this turn? Because he checked 1, now he's 2 checking. This is gonna armor purge, and he's just gonna. Well, it doesn't restand, I guess.
It doesn't, not this one, but he froze all those guys. They can't attack or block next turn, so he essentially has game. Justin needs to have a blocker now for next turn.
I think the best sort of play that he could have, besides playing a Digi, sure, would be able to play a Tamer here. Because a Tamer would... I'm not sure if this deck plays hybrids, but if it does play hybrids, it gives him like a Lobomon or a Kumamon for game.
I don't think Carlos plays hybrids in this one. And you know what I like about Justin? He's in the same camp as me of hashtag Team Never Scoop.
Well, he doesn't have to scoop, right? Because of the DNA Digivolve mechanic, right? Because even though his Digimons are frozen, when he DNAs, it's a new Digimon, it becomes unfrozen, and then he could possibly deal with the board. It's just his life total really, really sucks. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't like to be at 0 life versus Blueflare. It also does seem like Carlos had the nuts. It did take him a little bit to get there.
Absolutely.
But that was a really strong turn. Take your entire life, freeze your entire board, broken.
Honestly, I don't think Justin can get out of this one.
I don't think so.
I don't know enough about Ragna to really say. But okay, so he hard dropped that Digimon. He gains an effect. He puts it under. If he wanted to high roll, that would have been the time, because what he just did, he revealed the top card. If it's like a Digimon, he plays it, activates its effect without paying its memory cost, of course. And oftentimes the play doesn't affect, adds it to the other, rinse and repeat.
Well, he's just going to attack here, freeze, do his things. Going to try to go for game. I'm not sure if there's any blockers on board, but yeah, they're just going to scoop it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Eventually, you do have to scoop, even though your team never scoop.
Yeah. Well, no, he didn't.
And then Carlos is going to...
Carlos just swung for game.
Well, yeah. And then right here, he's going to have... That security looked really good.
No,
he had Rattlestar, plus I'm assuming that card you were talking about.
The Sorai, yeah.
The Sorai. Okay. Yeah. Fun and interactive.
So, I'm not going to lie. Game 2 is exactly how I suspected this matchup was going to be. Because the way you kind of play against Blueflare, you have to... Okay, because you proc their effects by having less sources in them and having more than 2 Digimon out. Because if you have more than 2 Digimon, that's when he gets the restand. So ideally, you want to have one super big stack. So
make it hard to push through it. They can't freeze you, and then you're doing damage.
Or do what I like to do and do the complete opposite. Build the board wide enough for them to just not have to freeze all of them, and then... Because a lot of the time when I played against Carlos, I've won mainly because I build the board so wide that each turn, instead of going for my life, he's trying to just... He's squirming.
He's trying to keep up.
And then it just gets to that point where there's one turn where he just doesn't stop me from just,
and then you just
turning off sideways.
But I'm assuming that's in like when you're playing purple?
Yes. Purple and security control. Because I'm not sure if you know this, but I picked up security control.
Yeah.
Not for the reasons you think.
So, Burrito, you joined the PPG team, and then you immediately played security control. Unbelievable, dude.
It was actually before. I'm starting to think that the only reason why I joined PPG, or at least I was recruited, was because I was playing security control.
That's what it takes.
Honestly,
that's what it takes. If Danny sees you playing security control, that is enough.
Yeah, he's like the one Leon meme.
But we can also do the opposite of that and just have no Digimons on the field, raise, and then one-shot them from the raising XD.
Absolutely.
That's also a mechanic.
Yeah, and Camino is very proficient at that.
Well, that deck in specific. So
did Carlos just pass?
Yeah.
This hurts because no rookie, no Blazing Memory Boost, because Blazing Memory Boost is the easiest decision. Turn 1, that's like doing the Gato. That's like doing Gato. So he's starting off really, really bad, and now he just top decked that for sure.
I mean that's a good top deck, and yes, I definitely do know the terror that is Ancient Greymon. That deck isn't. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof, man, it still haunts me. I swear to God. Okay, I don't hate Sora Joe, Jora So. You know that card's pretty good. Yeah. Card's pretty solid. Can't complain. Is there a card in Ragna that stops sources from being stripped?
I know there is a level 6, but I'm not sure if when you proc its effect. No, okay.
No,
Andres he knows a lot about Ragnar, because there's this one level 6 that when you put a source under, it can't be affected. I think by options. I'm not sure if it's by anything or just by options.
Oh, and then he just played the card, the Sorai. I think he just. So it looks like Carlos' hand is probably really spell heavy, or.
Because he's also okay. Well, now that he has a tamer out, he is inclined to like start playing Digimon if he had like the searcher ones. Because if they would die, he just saves under Jora.
Yeah. The issue,
by DigiFX. Okay.
By DigiFX, yeah, it becomes unaffected. That's the issue I was having, because I was playing against the Ragna player last time I played, and I was playing Werguru, and I couldn't bounce his board because it was unaffected, so I couldn't do anything when I was playing Melga.
I see.
But it was definitely very interesting to see. And I do think that Sora Joe might be able to give him some good tempo here in this game, but he needs a Digimon to trigger it. He hasn't seen anything thus far.
Exactly.
Unless...
Okay, on play, I think he draws one, and then he draws one. He actually draws one for each Digi your opponent has.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not actually bad.
So then I kind of super plus with him, because since I build super wide. He's
you play it, draw 5?
Yeah. Well, first you draw one off him, and then on play you draw 9, because I have 9 Digis on board. Idam, input Ancient Greymon Vietnam. Yeah.
Bro, it's just, honestly, it's like the classic. Oh, is that Rattlestar? What was that?
I think that was actually...
I have no idea. It just moved really quickly.
Yeah.
You just input that classic like Vietnam movie song. I forgot which one it's called. Well, it'll come to me at the worst time.
Okay.
But this game is looking a lot better for the Ragna player. He has board control. He's...
Does he have a red source? Oh, in the back. Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, okay. As I've gotten better at Digi, I always have... Like, whenever my opponent does something, I always have, like...
To check for source?
Well, that's one of the things. Yeah, I check for source. I have a bunch of other things I ask for in the back of my head, but that's the number one thing. Options, check for source.
Yeah, that's a really important one. People... And not by, I don't think people do it maliciously. They just kind of, like, do it because they're not paying attention. They'll, like, play a spell, and then, like, they don't have the source. It happens a lot in security control. I see it a lot. Yeah. Check for these. Yeah, I'd be like, hey, sir, Crimson Blaze.
Yeah, PJ, you shut your mouth, all right?
Crimson Blaze.
I'll tell you that story some other time. Because the Crimson Blaze secondary effect, I don't know how to read.
Well, yeah, reading is hard. That card is very, very good. Why, did you try to Flame Hell Scythe under Crimson Blaze or something? Or did you
creepy?
You tried to do the creepy under...
Into Lucimon,
yeah.
And then the worst part about it was Danny G was there staring at me. Because I was running his list, because, okay, last week, Danny G's like, hey, I built a new list, play it for me. And it was, like, his own version of mill control. And, like, I'm kind of, like, really, really good at that, because, like, I built my own. His list was way better than mine. I played it that day. I ended up topping with it. But in the last round, which I won, I made a huge misplay where I hit into Crimson Blaze.
And then you proceeded to play...
He played Crimson Blaze, put me to 5. He put it in trash, so I totally forgot about it.
Well, that's technically, and this is not... And by this way, hi, Timmy, how's it going? It is Yeehaw Yadam, ya boy. But...
He's doing Ragna! He's doing Ragna!
And, yeah.
He's doing the thing! I'm sorry to interrupt you.
He's doing the thing!
He's doing the thing!
Huge fan. Bro, I swear to God, I am getting trolled by all you guys. No, I appreciate it.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Like, I'm not sure if you've seen in the chat, everyone's hyping you up, bro.
I really appreciate it, but I feel like at some point it's just trolling a little. But I appreciate the trolling and the love. Regardless of which.
Danny G, what do you want, bro? What do you want, dog?
Oh, respect, Timmy. Now that's a homie. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Hopefully you get to come down and play some One Piece one of these days.
Dude, he's actually been grinding on that.
I know. I've been reading in the chat that he's been making some plays. He's been making some plays.
He still hasn't beaten me, though.
Oh, at One Piece?
At One Piece.
Oh, shit. Burrito's broken.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes, like, with Crimson Blaze, what I was trying to get at was the fact that I see a lot of people, for example, they'll play Crimson Blaze and they'll keep it on the board. Technically,
you're not supposed to do that.
Not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
So that's something that's really important that people keep track of. And yeah, once people put it in the trash, you get so catered to. When people go and they play this spell and they leave it on the board, in locals, you like end up being like, ooh, that's really cool, and then you just forget when it's a big tournament.
Yeah, it's definitely a player's responsibility to remember what buffs are happening.
Exactly.
You know, Danny, no one asked you, bro. So yeah, Danny roasted me, like keeps on roasting me after that. Like I remembered after that now, so thanks to that. Yeah.
No, it's that's how you like you said, like there's things that you check for when you make a play, like the whole like checking for the correct color, that's a big one, and then obviously making sure that you keep up with continuous effects and buffs.
He actually pulled off freezing the Ragna. I believe he played the Sorai to strip the 4 sources. Then it got him low enough to be able to play his Digicross guy to stun him.
Broken.
Okay.
It's still not looking super good for
Carlos.
Yeah, this is game 3, by the way.
Okay.
He had it just seems like
it's just the one security is such lethal position.
It's very spooky, man. Very spooky. Ooh, we're going to see the OG Ragna. I love that guy. The art on that card is fantastic.
That guy's broken.
Right? And
that guy,
let's
oh my god, he's doing the thing!
Security +1 reboot. Oh man, that card, I used to love playing it back in the day.
Wait, does he have the piercing thing?
I believe so.
Oh, but then since he armor purges,
it doesn't get the pierce.
Gotcha.
I hope he knows that.
I think they do. This is unfortunate.
Well, yeah, because they didn't do a security check, so they're good.
Yeah. Either way, I'm not sure because it's really hard to keep track of inheritables. Does that Ragna have blocker?
Did he have armor purge on that?
Yeah,
he did.
Oh, okay.
He did.
Oh, so that's that's more.
And Crimson Blaze. Well,
GG no re.
I don't know if it's GG no re just yet. What does that Tamer do? It just lets you Digicross from Tamer?
Yeah. So
that's it, right? It's a memory Tamer that lets you do that.
But he also has, as stated in the Mr. Worldwide blocker now.
I was gonna ask, is it a blocker? Because I can't tell by the inheritables. It's so
I'm sure it does. The new level 5s are just broken.
Broken. Well, we'll see. Let's see how these Digicross mechanics work. Let's go and check it out. So we're gonna go ahead and see here Metal Greymon.
Phantom, I think All Force is absolutely disgusting. It is just like, yeah, like you said, yeah, it's Melga.
He sets him to one with
It's
Ice Wall.
Melga on roids.
Oh, and Ice Wall. Oh, Ice Wall's actually not bad. He needs just one more turn, maybe. Like if he has another swing turn like he had last game, I think he can clutch it right back.
I mean, to be fair, the Ice Wall's cute, but like as long as he checks the memory and reboots with blocker, and that 4 security just sitting right there, there's just
He can just
false.
freeze. He can freeze.
Freezing.
Freeze.
Does Ragnar have any memory gain kind of stuff?
Just
I'm
what
aware
you
of.
saw, just what you saw.
Red,
with the
unless I see a
Digimon.
gravity crush right now.
Dude, nobody plays Gravity Crush.
No one plays gravity crush. Gravity crush would be dope.
Oh, the baby. When you add a source, you gain a memory.
Okay, understood.
Ooh.
Understood. I don't know how we're adding a source on one memory though. Again, limited understanding of Ragnar.
Justin will find a way. I believe in him.
Okay, if we
Car-
don't.
Look,
Carlos is
but
my
let's
teammate.
look in the facts. Yes.
All right.
Lose a 2. There's the last one.
Ooh, and that's that guy, which does
passes.
nothing. Okay, so all right, let's see if Carlos can bring it back. If he can't bring it back, well,
He
Dex
needs to
sucks.
stun 3 dudes.
Easy, bro.
And Warwat's
Forehead.
correcting me because I'm not too proficient in Ragnar, but yeah, it's when you play a guy by an effect is when you gain a memory. Not when you add a source.
Mr. Worldwide. All the time.
We actually have Mr. Worldwide in the chat. Pitbull. That's actually Pitbull, guys. All right, Carlos. I don't know how many cards are in your hand, but do some gaming.
So this is
I
what
just don't think he has enough to stun.
He
He's
doesn't.
gonna sue me. Hey, let's go.
Brado, do you do it?
Dorado. Oh
No.
Lord.
Oh, burrito.
How many years has it been since that was a meme?
It's never left my heart, dog.
Oh, understood.
It's never left my heart.
Understood.
To
Understood.
say. So yeah, one thing I don't like about Blueflare is that their control is just stunning.
But that's
just blue.
But that's arguably what made blue hybrid so insane.
Yeah, but
I mean, you got to think about it this way: blue needs a form of defense. It doesn't have its Ice Wall at 4 because it was obviously way too degenerate for the meta. So it needs
Yeah.
defense. You
But
know,
what about the breath? That is of the cock variety.
It's just too costly. You need other forms of stun or like ways to protect yourself that doesn't just involve just one stack. So obviously the stunning is the best way to give blue an edge now. As much as we think blue is Bandai's baby, it hasn't been for a long time.
dude, like 80% of the
That's
Bandai
cap.
staff are
That's
Blueflares.
cap. That's cap. That's cap.
just hasn't been. Blue
So
flare
he
is
swung.
nice,
We swung. We used Joroso. Now we're gonna go and use that new tamer, which I'm not gonna try to pronounce the name. That new tamer is gonna let us Digicross.
It's Chris. It's
Chris. It's Chris.
Yeah.
Its translation is supposed to be Chris.
I don't even know it was named Chris. I just know a Blueflare tamer.
Blue, that's his name, Blueflare Tamer. You got
Oh,
it.
there-
You got it,
I
bro.
pronounced it. Let's
You
go.
got it.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and Digicross here. Do a little freezy pop.
Doesn't he stun the other guy as well? Is he
Well, he's gonna stun on swing, right? Yeah, 2 checks. Pog Champ, they didn't die. How do we freeze this Ragna? Can we freeze this
Yeah,
Ragna?
because he has 2. Oh no, but he only has 1 source. That's why.
Oh, but what if we armor purge guy? Oh,
Oh.
that. Oof, the handshake of victory, bro. The friendship handshake.
No.
I
You,
told you.
you
Can I
can't
get-
tell me it wasn't close. Had he had the armor purge guy, he freezes that guy too. His board's completely frozen and he dies on the crack.